What's going on, everyone? Took a little longer than I expected to get this video out, but we're gonna jump right into it. So this is just the breakdown of the Newbury July 9th Raleigh Summer Championships, I believe is what it was called. And yeah, so this is the gi run. I did the no gi run about a month ago or so. So this is my gi run, my first match. Starts off, we're just pushing, trying to get a dominant head position. And this is something we actually did for a while, to the point where the ref had to step in and was like, oh, yeah, not enough's going on, so stalling, I believe is the technical term. So, sometimes one person will get a penalty. Sometimes they both get it. Sometimes it's just a warning. I think we both got that one. Anyway, so yeah, we're right back to it, pushing and pulling. And he grabs my leg for a single, and then I just kind of do I don't even know what that's called. I just tuck under, grab his leg, and then end up elevating him and tripping him on the leg, tripping his leg that's on the floor. And I immediately pass his guard. So I'm in side control, and then I get some points for knee on belly. You can kind of see the ref hold up those 2 points. And then once I get the 2 points, then I jump over to mount. So once I get mount, that's another 4 points. So I believe the score is on the laptop in the bottom left, but you can't really see it right now. But yeah, from there, I'm just trying to think about what to do. I really like Americanas from the top position, but he did a good job of not letting me isolate that arm. Anytime I did, kind of isolate that limb, you can see him, he's thrusting his hips up, he's making it very, just difficult to grab that limb and also stay on top. So eventually he rolls over and I'm able to take his back, and I actually dig both hooks in, and that's why the ref threw up her hand for 4 more points. Because back take with double hooks, yeah. And then he does a great job of rolling, and then I'm on the bottom. So I'm up in points. The only way he can really win at this point is a submission. So I'm doing my best to just stay in control, keep him in my guard, and right at the last minute, I go for that's what's called a single leg X guard, and I was going to see if I could get another sweep off that, but overall, it was a good time, and he was a great opponent, very respectful, and honestly, I always love matches like that. Alrighty, second gi match, and it's going to start the same way. We're just trying to get a grip, get some dominant head position, and it's a feeling out process. If I pull one way, where does your balance go? If I go for a sweep, how do you react to it? So just trying to, make small mental notes, but also live in the present, so, not overthinking too much. And at one point, my coach yells, give him the 1-2 look, which is, don't commit to anything right away, yeah, just like that, oh, fake a sweep and then pull down. And my coach said it, and then, I knew my opponent heard it, so my opponent was looking for a 1-2 process, and I was like, well, just shoot the double leg. He's not going to expect that. If he thinks I'm going to do the 1-2 look, make it quick. So from there, I'm pinning that arm, but I'm not. I hear my coach say, oh, posture up, but immediately. It's one of those things I really try to get ingrained in my brain. Posture. If you're on top, posture. So yeah, there I'm pinning, pushing on his stomach, in that safe place so he can't armbar me, but I can also create a little space. They yell the guards open. I try to do a cartwheel pass, but he does a great job of keeping me right in front of him. And there I go again. I'm trying to get around, but he does a good job just going with me. Shifting his hips to keep me in front, so I'm not able to get to his side. And yeah, here we go. We play that game of, you can see I'm pushing on his knee with my elbow, trying to get it to open. And as soon as it opens, I try to get around, but he does a great job of just keeping me on my toes. He's constantly doing something. He's trying to either sweep me, or he's trying to, shimmy those legs up to maybe threaten an arm bar or a triangle. And I'm doing my best just to posture and keep it in a position where I'm favored. And this went on for quite some time. It was a close contested match once it got to the ground. I got the takedown, but I really, he couldn't get me in a sub, but I also couldn't get around. And, that mutual sign of respect it's grueling. It's a grueling sport hobby. Great opponent though. Much respect. So much respect actually. Like I always do my best to shake my coach's hand, shake my opponent's hand, and also their coach's hand. Now this third one was insane. It's definitely one of my favorite matches I've ever been in just to rewatch. I haven't been in that many. But that being said, it was still it's just something really good to look at. I'm just guessing that he wrestled in high school. His head positioning, and he just has that body language of a wrestler. But I could be wrong. But once again, we're feeling each other out, yanking each other down. What are you gonna do if I do this? Okay, well, how can I correct that? How can I trick you into getting you down, or how can I trick you into, sweeping you? Just trying to learn about what each other's doing, and it was a stalemate for a little bit. I was doing my best to defend, but also trying to get I forget the proper term. Trying a hip throw. I'm completely spacing on the judo term, but it's basically a hip throw. But after a while, I just could not get the proper grip, and kind of froze up there for a second. So, and yeah, we're both confused as fuck because we're ready to go, and it's like, no, we got to get that another stalling penalty or whatever. And I remember at one point his coach was like, basically blamed me. He was like, "Oh, it's all the other guy," and I gave him that look, just that nod. I was like, "Okay," because it's fair. It's fair. I wasn't doing much. Hands behind the back, focus on the breathing. Like, he's fucking right. Take that shit on the chin. Like, I can't argue with it. So we're back to it. Yanking on the head, yanking on the gi. He grabs that single leg, and I do that same thing I did. I don't know what it's called, but I just grab his leg, slip my head, and get that takedown. And this is where it gets a little spicy. Correcting my posture immediately. I was faster about it than the last one, thankfully. And he's grabbing my gi, pulling me down. I'm having to break that grip. I'm trying to put pressure on his diaphragm to keep my hands in a safe spot, but also create that distance. He does a good job scooting his hips out, and he was trying a butterfly. I'm guessing a butterfly guard attempt, and I tried to jump around his guard, but he did a good job of keeping me right in the center. And we're back to it. Pushing and pulling. I see that leg's open, and I try to get around the leg. He does a good job of kicking off my hip to make sure that I can't close that distance. So at that point, I try to... A scramble breaks out. And then, yeah, I end up back on top. But he does a good job just constantly trying to keep me off balance from the bottom. I mean, constantly trying to keep me off balance. Whether it's sliding in a hook or whether it's just yanking on my damn gi. But another scramble breaks out here, and I finally get the guard pass. I don't know what that's called. I'll be honest with you. I think that's a head-standing guard pass. I don't know. But I got the 3 points for that, which was great. I thought the ref broke us up. I don't know what the fuck I did, but I'm like, we have the whole mat at this point. Like, it's the end of the match. And so, yeah, anyway. He gets a beautiful takedown, and I'm able to reverse it. So as you can see, the score is 5-2 with 20 seconds left. And at this point, I'm just trying not to get caught and lose in points. I'm not too worried about a submission at this point because with 20 seconds left or 10 seconds left, you're really working against the clock there. I'm just trying not to get swept. So I'm doing my best job to maintain top pressure, but not get overly aggressive to where he can, use my momentum against me. And that was just a fantastic match. Like, we got up, hugged, and we shared some words afterwards because, like, it was later on in the tournament. As you can see, everyone's left. Like, this was the last bracket because we had the most people in this division. And we shared words and just thanked each other for pushing each other so hard. It was a great... My pants are falling down. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. And shout out to the boy Javon. So this is my teammate, actually. Me and him both made it to the finals. The video got cut off, so All you missed was me getting taken down, but you're about to see me get taken down 20 more times, so don't worry, you're not missing much. um, I get a sweep, right? And I'm like, oh, wow, I'm finally on top. Fuck that. Nope. He does a beautiful job digging in hooks and then just throwing me off. And then we're back to standing. And he is a fantastic wrestler. I don't know if he wrestled in high school and college or just in high school or how many years, but he's a great wrestler. Slides right past my guard just like that. Takes me down, slides past my guard. And he beat every single person he faced by 20 plus points. I mean, it was insane. I mean, in between my matches, you go and watch your teammates. And he was just destroying everyone. And I was like, oh, shit. Here we go. And so from there, I tried to get my own sweep. He does a great job of just shifting and maintaining top pressure. And then slides around my guard to the other side, though. And from there, I'm just like, oh, I don't want to be suffocated. How can I get out of this? So I give him my back, but he's on my side. And then he swings to my back, and I'm like, well, can't have him get hooked. So if you see, I'm keeping my elbows really tight to my knees because I don't want him to throw those hooks in. I try a roll, and the roll works. I get him off, but I'm still on my back. So, and I didn't want to get taken down again. I was like, well, maybe I'll have more luck in my guard. Not so much. He grabs my legs, and he was going to guard pass. Decided not to for some reason. Maybe he was just fucking with me. It could have been it. And I'm just playing that game. I was like, all right, we'll stand up. We'll try the luck. We'll try the luck standing now. And we're back to it. Making those grips, trying to get that head position. And I almost shoot, but he does a good job. Oh my god, that's a beautiful hip toss. Beautiful fucking hip toss. He did a great job of mitigating my takedown, and then I was just so close. He was just like, yoink. And then we're back to it where I'm trying to kind of threaten a submission. At this point, it's like I'm not going to win off points. I have to get a sub, but he does a great job of posturing, so I can't really threaten a... Yeah, and then so as soon as I threatened the armbar, he just used that and just swung right to my side. I mean, I got to learn how to do that. It was elegant. And then we're back to it, back in my closed guard. I did recover guard, which that's a small win, 20-0, but at least I was able to put him back in my guard. He passed it again, I believe, so he's got a couple more points. And then from side control, I can't really, a buggy choke I'm not too familiar with, so the only plan is to escape. And he's like a wet blanket. Very, 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 just a great match. I mean, I got completely and thoroughly dominated. But boy, did I learn a lot. And if you're going to lose, might as well be to your teammate. Lots of love between the two of us, lots of respect, and yeah, shout out to him.